It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jaguars and the Seahawks coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise, and that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Seattle. This is DJ Reed returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led by their ninth-year quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Get him, boys.
This Jacksonville unit really struggled to get to the quarterback in 2020. Just 18 sacks as a team. Only Cincinnati had fewer. Remember, they used to be known as Sacksonville. They want to get back to those ways here in 2021.
2nd and 16. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. First carry for Carlos Hyde.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. There's Manhertz, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence, that complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. That's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On the run, it's Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, and to stop him short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And this one is right down the middle. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Get ready, get ready.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. A first look here for DJ Dallas. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Geno. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now Geno on 1st down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, Collins. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll try and run. It's Dallas. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Six yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down, Hyde. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith, his throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Don't come this way.
So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyron Johnson, 47 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Reed. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Right here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Throwing now is Geno. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Collins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This complete right side to the tight end, Farrell. And he goes out right around the 39.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
And when you draft a rookie quarterback as the Jags did with Trevor Lawrence, you want a veteran presence for him. And Marvin Jones, he fits the bill. 5 years in Detroit, 10 years overall in the league.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Complete. It's Johnson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On third down, Lawrence. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Roll it, baby. Ready, set.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
On first down, it's Smith. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith throwing again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Geno now to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Here's Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
They go play action with Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that?
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Lawrence to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now with Robinson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards.
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. The drive starts with a run by Collins. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Bear Sanders, both 5'10".
On first down, Smith. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Play action. It's Smith. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way. And able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Geno. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down now. It's Collins, and the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Throwing after the interception. Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence over the middle. He's got Chenault. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy lift come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Reed. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Smith on first down. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
Throwing now is Geno. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now it's Smith. He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 50, it's Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. 7 yards to pick up there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Reed returning. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Smith. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now he steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Lawrence on 3rd down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Second down and goal. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Reed. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Gino on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Dallas, an inside handoff. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Gino now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game.
that was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. To return, here's Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 22, Lawrence. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Tyron Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more that came from.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Collins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Here's Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On third down, this is Collins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Rookie Trevor Lawrence in the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Lawrence to throw. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. It's Robinson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 2, and time, a huge factor. Now, their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on 1st down. Now it's Smith. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now Smith. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not getting out of 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Robinson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.